And it didn't really make sense. But I'm going to show you, it's a half guard entry to the ankle lock. I showed you the get and put me with it, or the ballerina ankle lock, straight ankle lock? If you don't, it's cool because we can review it.
I think so.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is that when I get trapped with half? Well, yeah. Sometimes names don't mean.
If you want to or we're good, or you just start.
Let's just start.
Okay. So, and it's gonna be legs, and I wanted to show you the finishing touches, and then we're gonna go into the entry. We're gonna show you the whole. So you're gonna do that. Open guard.
Okay.
Let me move it, and then I'll explain that.
Okay. Oh, did you show me the video? You sent a video of this morning. Okay.
So the ankle lock, or the straight ankle, is almost like I'm doing a guillotine. Whereas the heel hook, getting the toes into my armpit on my lats, it almost feels like I'm going to lose it because a lot of people are really deep.
Yeah, I saw that with Brendan yesterday and was reminded in my head of getting the toes in the armpit, not the top of the foot.
Yeah, so when I have the leg entries, I need to have you in between my thighs, but at this point I don't have it. There's a real asshole move from here called the fish hook. It's a catch wrestling move, where if you're playing this, and I just grab this, and I do a guillotine white belt move, I'm going to try to break everything. I'm not doing that, obviously. So we don't want to do that. What I do is I hook to think of this as an ankle lock. This is a heel hook.
Yeah.
Outside. So just to understand the different mechanics.
Okay.
Headquarters position is a position where you're doing a good job of keeping your open guard, or keeping your progressive guard in front of you. So what I'm trying to do is enter and put my knee into the back of your knee pin. I'm going to put my saddle right here from your ankle to the lower part of your shin, not here. If I get here, you're going to be able to elevate me. And in the gi, what I would do is I would try to find the leg and the collar. In the no-gi, what I'm trying to do is drive this. People try to do it from here. I try to penetrate, drive the knee over, sit in the saddle, and I'm holding this right here. So I'm trying to keep your foot touching your ass. I'm here. But because you're at a disadvantage, my whole focus is to keep my base. So see how my toes are pointed out?
Yeah.
If you start rocking left and right, I'm losing my balance. What I'll do is I'll pinch my knees a little bit, dry them out. Look how I've just disabled your hips.
Yep.
So there's a lot of different passes from here, but we're just going to work on this little leg lock entry because we're starting to do no-gi in regular classes.
Yeah.
My body here. I'm going to shift a little. I'm going to step through. So I'm trying to be nice. And move it halfway. Step through. As I step through, I'm stepping with back heel, scooping the knee, going to extend. So I've got your knee between my knee and my hip.
Yeah.
I can't get a heel hook because this. What people are going to do is going to make a boot. You're going to make a nice boot with this and extend it. Now I can't get anything. So I got your knee, I got your hip, but I don't have an ankle or a heel. So I have to extend out, reach over, like a guillotine. But you can feel I've got your foot trapped.
Yeah.
You can start doing a heel hook if you want. So this is a risk you got to know. So what I do immediately before I even give you that, as I'm reaching for this, go ahead and let go of my ankle. When I step through.
Okay. So you can't.
I'm trying. This is a fight. The exposure of this is, we call it a 50-50 only because you can attack me, or it's a shootout because you can get me too.
Yeah.
Okay? So knowing this, I'm not even close to finishing. You can feel you're compromised.
Yeah, especially slicing my calf.
Yeah, so all we're going to do is go into this entry, not even worry about finishing.
Okay.
So, just for you to break down a good headquarters position, playing with your heel tosses, or if you sit up, start pushing, I can step in. This is all I'm trying to do, get stability.
Okay.
From here, I'm getting stable. I want this to be disabled. Not necessarily here, not necessarily that, I just want to sit on it. You're way more flexible than me. When you sit on me, you're going to feel a little upward tension because I can't. But now when I do this, my butt and my kidneys are stapled.
Okay.
What's really important, people don't do really well, is they stay shallow with this foot.
Okay.
So if you start moving here, you have mobility.
Okay. Okay.
It's a very complex situation. Once you get it, you'll get it. So you'll do it to me.
Okay.
Let's start with you just sitting in the headquarters position. So you're gonna put
Like
your saddle or your
already-
team right here.
Already with it?
Yeah, I want you to think of, you're not necessarily collapsing, I want you to be on your active toes, so
Okay.
all your foot, I want your shin in the back of your knee. So your knees almost, yeah.
Okay.
This is what you're gonna feel. I'm gonna try to keep my knee off the mat. I can't do it because you're doing a good job. So I want you to fix this again. Like how my foot just went in your saddle.
Yeah.
Kind of take a penetrating step like this, a little foot, move your foot. Just your foot, step forward. Look, see how your knee is balanced?
Yeah.
I want to keep your weight over my ankle.
Okay.
So if you want to go left or right, you could. So one hand's going to be on my body or collar side. So you can go to a lot of positions. You can just sit.
Yeah.
You can grab my arms up that way. You
Okay.
can grab my collar.
Okay.
And you're going to sit up like this good little strong horse is. Look how much strength you have.
Yeah.
You can probably even take a deeper step with this. Look.
Nice hip extension too.
I'm going to be fighting you. And all you can do is shuffle or lean your body this way and step with this leg. Over, you go under.
Alright.
You go under. You're going to leave here. And now, once you step here, you're going to sit on your left butt cheek, your right knee. As you reach up, scoop and grab my back of my knee.
That way. Okay.
Now,
And then I'm gonna do my.
you're going to know that you have to do this, but as you're reaching up, before, as you're moving up, guillotine my ankle. So you're going to get your elbow on the outside of my ankle, bring it to your chest, foot stomp on your own ankle. This one,
This goes there.
yeah, pinch your knee in a little bit. Only because this is going to keep the skeletal structure good from getting compromised here. Now my foot is stuck. You can boot scoot in to
Yeah.
trap
I
my
feel
foot.
like it should be deeper.
So hold on. See where your knee's at?
Yeah.
It's hard for you to get this.
Yeah.
So I want you to just manipulate your hand through, move it through. That's way better. Look, you no longer can extend this.
Yeah.
You've got a guillotine control on this. It's an ankle lock. I'm calling it a guillotine because you can feel that it's very similar to a guillotine.
Yeah.
Okay? So here, you can do this foot stomp. You can cross. If you cross, I'm going to try to go here, but you have defenses. As I reach here, you can use this foot to punch my chest or my bicep. That's a control position.
That was chilling
You're
here.
chilling right now because we're not working for the finish, you're working on the control.
Okay.
So, this is a beautiful entry. I'm trapped. I can't defend. I'm at your mercy.
Okay.
We're going to walk through that little entry a couple of times because the step through, the reef step, is going to feel goofy until it doesn't.
Yeah. And getting in deeper, so my knee is past yours.
Yeah, if you just get into this entry, you can probably hold this on a lot of people. And they're just going to go, they're going to wait for you to finish. And you can let it go, and in your mind say, I got it.
Okay.
I may not be able to finish. It's like getting to the back when you're a white belt. You're like, I got to the back. All this is just a weird entry that nobody knows you're in yet.
Okay.
Tanner.
Sure.
So if I'm up here, you can push, pull, or you can heel toss.
So make the entry here, grab this, collar tie, step up, knee pinch. So from here, I should be down like this.
I would not notice the active toes.
Okay.
Because they're immobile.
Yeah.
And like I tell you the horse stance only because you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I really try to stay on my toes here. A little no. I'm thinking I'm like a space invader.
So stepping in,
No,
and then sitting down.
No, I don't like that.
I need to grab this though.
Yep. Punch
Right
through.
through. Oh, that's tough.
I got thick legs, I get it.
Okay. And then go right to this.
And just hold this position. I'm just going to try to move out. See how much control you have. And play with this foot, bringing it through, playing with it, see how you get tighter. You can open it up, see if that gives you any different positions to rock and move me. deceleration.
Cool.
I'm fighting over here. You're about to break my ankle. You don't know how to finish it just yet. You have total control. This really locks up my defense. This is my primary defense.
Yeah.
Because this is the leg up that's injected between your kill zone, your knees and your hips, and you have control of my head. This is everything you need for a leg lock.
Okay.
But I introduce it as an ankle lock because it's the simplest thing to get from any position.
Yeah, it's right there.
I'm not going to fish hook them because they might not know that that's a risk. A higher belt does know. They're like, there's a leg entry, holy shit. So they're not going to expect that from me. So you can do this in a lot of positions, but I'm just showing you the headquarters one because I think we should go over that for the whole spring to summer. I'm going to talk to Tanner and see what he's going to do. But the headquarters position is a really good position to get you here on your back. We'll drill this more, but I want to show you about the headquarters position. So on your back, on the half guard, I'm going to get in the headquarters. There's a couple of passes I can do here. So right now I'm trying to.
So this is headquarters.
Yeah, it's whenever I'm seated
Okay.
in half guard, I'm trying to sit my taint right here, and I'm trying to staple the back of your knee, driving up with my shin.
Okay.
This is a little different
And
thing.
it's the horse stance.
This is what you were feeling you had to do.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But I'm giving up a lot of mobility here.
Right.
Here,
Yeah.
so there's a couple of passes you're just going to feel. They feel dynamic, but I'm going to step this way and I'm going to do a hip switch. So I'm going to shuffle step.
Okay.
All I did was come to headquarters. I take a little shuffle step similar to the knee weight,
Like you're gonna.
but I drop my knee. I just drop my knee.
Okay.
As I drop my knee, I put my weight on. You gotta put on that. Back step like this way. And then toss.
Cool.
Another one is I'll go here. You're really good at resisting. I can't get in the headquarters. I get in the headquarters. I feel like I can't shuffle step. I just shuffle step up. Sorry about that.
No, it's good.
I know my knees are serrated.
I just make noises. It
You're,
didn't
you're
hurt.
good. But, so the first one is this way. I drop my knee. But I've done it to you a couple times. So you start to find you start drop my knee. Whatever. So then I shuffle step this way. Give it side.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
why I get forward and nice. You can sit on top, cook them a little bit. Shuffle step left and right. Feel which one's gonna do.
Feels like it goes along with a couple weeks ago, just doing my hips, driving with the hips. The Scottino.
Yeah. What you're gonna feel differently than people that don't do it as well is I'm really trying to drive my shin into the back of your knee.
Okay.
I'm not stapling to the mat. I'm
Yeah.
bringing that knee up. The issue I'm having with you from my position is you're flexible.
Right.
Most people compromise, they can't breathe, they can't move, they're comfortable. You're like, I'm cool, I don't know what I'm doing,
Yeah.
but I'm not breathing hard and my hips don't hurt.
Yeah.
Not hurting my hips, but you'll feel the resistance. You can get into that entry.
So this is the main one.
Yeah, so see,
Controlling this knee.
we always think we're going to drop that knee. I want
Yeah.
you to lead with the toe, the ball of the foot, and then you're just controlling that resistance. There's like a little tension there.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we always think we're going to drop, which you can do, but you don't need to because this takes away from mobility. So for the first one, it's going to be, you can shuffle step, you can take a little stutter step out with this foot,
Out.
and drop your knee. And try to aim for your knee to hit inside of my. Now, sprawl, chest down towards me, back leg back. Just like-
Cool.
We'll do that about 3 times.
Okay.
And then we'll increase it to the sprawl. It's gonna look like you sprawled and hip switched in midair. It
Okay.
looks really cool when you see it now.
Okay.
Nice and slow, you're just walking through. Entry. Nice.
So that's my main.
I want that butt coming down.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Horse stance.
Nope. Weave this knee in.
Oh, that's right. So I stutter step, but then I come in, and then sprawl.
It's a stutter stepping in. Try stepping in this time. Maybe I told you wrong.
Okay.
I know I do it, but So this time, as you get here, and you get this stall cooking position, I want more shading. I'm driving. Try taking this little foot towards my butt cheek or the center of my butt. No, that doesn't help me.
I think out here,
Out.
there's space to come
To
in.
step in, yes. I was. Cool. You're feeling that little float you're doing on my hip socket right here?
Yeah.
This time, you're not going any faster, but what I want you to do is when you bring it, you can still side step,
Yeah.
knee drop. As soon as your knee drops onto me, not onto the mat, I want you to simultaneously, or even right before you bring that knee, kick that back leg down.
Okay.
You're gonna feel a point where you're floating on me.
Okay. So the float starts a little sooner.
Because I want you to get this knee injury. Yes!
I can see
No,
where it's at though.
no, that's it. That's it. The timing is gonna come.
Okay.
I'm gonna resist a little bit. I'm gonna push. I'm not trying to stop you. I'm gonna give you the resistance. That's gonna give you the elbow.
Oh, almost.
Sorry, I can't catch that hits you. But you can see where it's coming.
Yeah.
So,
Cut, get my
you
entry.
can socket right here.
Stance.
And you can almost sprawl. If I start going here, you start flat, all you really gotta do is sprawl both really.
Yeah. So, do I still want to try and make sure my knee gets to this point?
If your crotch or you bring your hips to over my IT man, I can't do anything.
Okay. Because I'm here.
You're just gonna feel it. You're gonna feel what I
And
mean.
ultimately, I just want to get to here.
Your whole goal is to sprawl. But
Yeah.
what you're effectively doing is, my only knee shield is when my knee's up. And as I start fighting you, as you start me weaving on this side, you're redirecting my knee from being active
Yeah.
to collapsing.
Okay.
But I don't want you to focus on pushing my knee. I want your hips to switch.
Okay. I'm gonna slow it down.
Totally fine, but you're feeling the flow. That's what I'm saying. And immediately scramble the second control. So instead of staying here, what you're doing,
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Okay.
It seems like so simple, but it was complex at first.
Yeah. Because there's all those steps.
And I can't give you too much resistance to begin because I want you to get that knee.
Yeah.
But this time, as you step, I'm going to follow you.
Okay.
So we're going to pause at that follow. So when you start getting that entry, boom, you step, I'm going to follow you. Shuffle step, both feet to your left. Nope. And then keep your knee here. And then I want you to push that knee. IT band slide, underhook. Dude, that has changed you so much.
Yeah.
I'm immediately feeling that
Good.
in a good way.
Good.
So,
Yeah.
remember,
It clicks so much faster. It's almost instantaneous. Where I'm like, make that adjustment.
and it's almost, it works good because we worked on it a few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago, and now this is all related to keeping that. Penetrating step, hips are strong, squat. Oh, okay, on the step, oh, you counter, you follow me, fine. Step, you counter.
Okay. So same.
You can even grab my collar from
Further.
I don't like this.
Let's see. Oh, that's right.
You gotta feel it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You felt the resistance every time you threw. Let me do the move, coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're feeling it. You can even send that feint, and if I don't resist, then you execute that hip switch. If I do resist, cool. Keep
Finish.
going.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue going that direction because now my resistance is up. Lateral, I have no base.
Yeah. Okay.
He does something.
Yeah, Luna, you're up next.
So now you're playing with maintaining the headquarters position and feeling. We know you're going to do the knee pain, but you're feeling what the resistance feels like.
Yeah.
And so once my hips start going like an airplane yoke, this way, all my power's over here. But you can retake that power by squatting in, bringing in your hips, and redirecting my knees this way, going to a hip switch.
Okay.
So, gonna resist. You're gonna determine, fine, get my knees, rotate them back. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna start on heel toss or whatever, put in my hip position. I'm gonna try to step, to weave, and you're doing a great job. I'm gonna try to shuffle step, and you're resisting whatever, and you're fine. Keeping this elbow, if I can get in, holding the side.
It's too easy.
And being nice, I put my hand on that, I would put on your bicep or somewhere on you, so it's gonna feel like this. It feels quicker, but it's just smoother.
Okay.
It's not actually quicker. I'm still gonna slow.
Entry here. I'll go this way.
That's what you're gonna feel. That's the fight. That's the fight. Once you get someone playing with that head cruise position and they're savvy, you feel like grab their ankle, work on their posture. I want you to think of we're in this fight. You break your posture, let your posture up. Now, let go of this. Weave into that set there. Stand up. Keeping your hips down. Get this foot through. Nope, your foot. So I want you to.
Oh, you want me to do the full weave?
Yeah. And now, as soon as you can, weave this knee through. Yeah. Grab my ankle. So this is where we want to end up if I'm good at playing bottom headquarters defense. And if you don't get the ankle, don't worry about it. Well, we're going to keep the tendons.
Oh, that gives me more. Okay.
Yeah. You're good.
I was like, oh, he stopped me. I think I'm done. But
Yeah.
remember to do that part.
This, or if for some reason you're not in your knee underneath, can teach you this too. Consider you're controlling my knee from the trap. I need to get that out. This is trap. There's no submission here. This is my defense. I can't fight. I can't get this because you're doing good defense. Which leg, which is going to fuck it up a little bit, which leg is in danger of my attack, from my perspective? What leg of yours is at risk?
My top one feels like it's at risk. Because you could,
Could you lower that right?
yeah.
I could probably
do like a
control.
tan or toe crunch.
This is the one between my legs. This is the one you sit right back control. This is the one I'm going to lock the upper thigh.
Okay.
I'm going to rotate everything.
Even with my foot.
So I want you to think of which one's at risk. If I mess with this, there's a very low percentage. I can use the toe holds here.
Sure.
This is the line.
Yeah.
And you can see it now.
Yeah.
Which one's between my legs?
Yeah.
Yes, I can finish it. Lower percentage, higher percentage. So,
Yeah, you got the toes in the armpit just now.
which one of my legs are at risk for me?
This one. Well, this one. No, this one. Because you're under my armpit. Really, I could just.
My knees between your thighs. Your knees between my thighs. If you can
Gotcha.
think of that,
Gotcha.
and it's okay. That's just a weird concept. In the scramble, you go,
Gotcha.
this leg feels like it's at risk.
Yeah.
But my knee's not between your thighs.
Right.
My knee's between your thighs. Which is what we essentially
This is
do
where
here.
whoever's gonna.
We're controlling the hip, control this femur. There's a femur, right? Femur.
Yep.
So this knee pinch prevents my femur from rotating. Anything you don't do below the knee, you're gonna break the purse strings of my soft tissue tendons and my ankle. Make sense?
Yes.
So,
Gotcha.
I'm trying to get you here. But the moment I start messing with this, you can always kick out, bring your knee up to your chest, and then kick, heel stomp. So bring this knee to your chest, heel stomp, you're safe. But this is what I mean.
Yeah.
So if you
No,
do
super
If you do focus on worrying about that one, you've given me exactly what I need.
Gotcha.
So I will threaten that. But this, you can already tell.
Yeah.
Is this an ankle lock or a hip?
Ankle lock. Heel.
Straight ankle? Think of a straight ankle like a guillotine, like a choke. This one is my cutting blade is coming across your heel.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the heel.
Okay.
This is an ankle lock.
Okay.
You have an ankle lock.
Gotcha.
It's alright. This is why you want to do this, so that when you start doing these, you can still fuck them up, but you'll be a little bit more like, I have the heel, wait, I have the heel here, but I'm on the ankle.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It was, like I was saying a little bit yesterday, the first time I went through all this stuff, I was like, what the fuck? Especially by the end of the cycle, there's so much movement, and it's thrown in inversions, and you're just like, all right, I did this 15-step move, I don't know how I got here. But it makes a little bit more sense each time we go through it.
Well, I didn't always want to have,
Heel hook, ankle lock.
so my whole goal is to have a class like Steve's online days. Like
Steve's
we have,
what days?
yeah, the hour of power. I
Yeah.
love that class. Well, I love that open mat. It's essentially an open mat.
Yeah.
But there were some times when he would incorporate like a combat jujitsu type of thing.
Yeah, with the gloves.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
cool too. So it was kind of like a class, but now it's become an open mat. But I like this 9 o'clock fixture game. Is just fine tuning. So once I get back on whatever Tanner's teaching, so when I start attending more of their classes, like Tanner's classes and Lee's classes and Steve, I can say this is what we did at night. This is what we're doing this week. So the next 6 to 8 weeks, we're working on the same series.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to feel like, I'm only going to learn one thing when I go to my class, or I'm only going to learn one thing when I go to Lee's class. And I think Tanner and we're all the instructors on the same page. We want to have some cohesion and consistency so that all the classes are kind of the same. So if you can't make it,
Yeah.
theater. So with this is just a review for leg entries, which we're going to do more. And he's probably going to gloss over. He does a lot of these things that I'm still like, this is like the 10th time I've seen him do it, but I'm like, I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad. I've been doing leg locks since the white belt, but I wasn't good at it until 2-3 years in.
Yeah.
But what we were good at my school was that we didn't hurt each other. You never felt me cranky, even when I had your heel.
Yeah.
You could tell. Wait, this is
You
not
positioned it perfectly where I was like, my brain could see that this is danger coming, but yeah, my ankle was like fine.
Yeah, and that's the problem with it when newer practitioners do this and they don't get versed in this. I can hurt you without you even realizing there's a threat.
Yeah.
It's already going to break by the time you feel the pain. You're not going to feel it until it breaks.
Yeah.
So when you feel that control, look at your knee. Look at if they have your hip. If they have your hip control by crossing their feet or having this something on here, your knees between their kill zone.
Okay.
Tap, or if they're letting you work on a defense that you know, which you don't know too many just yet.
The only ones that, like, if it happens in the open mat, I'm the guy that, like,
I tell people break their.
and I learned how to, like, I learned the hip, come over the other side of the hip and feel out.
For the single leg or the ashigarami, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But in that same sense, if you think about, let's get into this ashigarami outside under the right foot. If I get into this, there's 2 ways I can do the ashigarami. Get your head over here, we'll get on the video. So I can keep my single leg X, so that my left heel stump is here, my right heel is on my boot is on your outside buttocks, as you say. So this is where this one works really good because what you're doing is you're taking away my control of your hip, you're sitting on my foot, I can no longer reacquire, and now you start fighting from here. I'm losing your knee line. Look at where your knee is in relation to my kill zone.
Yeah.
You're no longer where I need it to be. I'll go back to this position. So this is real simple. This, a little different.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
So my exposure here is that my heel or ankle lock is exposed. But you're thinking escape. But what did I do here? I prevented you from stomping and releasing that hip.
Yeah.
So you can threaten my ankle by getting me to step back and taking advantage to push and release your hip. But it all comes from knee position in the kill zone, and I need your hip.
Yeah.
So let's say I have your knee, but I don't have your hip. See how much mobility you have?
Yeah.
So I have your hip, and you're releasing that. You can feel I'm starting to lose tension, but this shin in your hip is really a nuisance.
Yeah. Because I could peel this off all day long, but then I'm like, oh, it's still in there.
Yeah. And what everybody does on the sick is they go to their right butt cheek. Gives me the ability to manipulate this. So if you can start peeling this out without compromising your knee, I want you to get up to your knee on this one and put all your weight on this foot. So,
Get up to my.
so I'm flaring my knee out to keep your butt to the mat.
Okay.
So what you can do is put your foot
Like that?
yeah. I need to get the weight off of this foot to manipulate this. Now that you've put this post back here, you're driving your hip into me. I'm not really controlling your hip.
Nope.
And I can't manipulate your knee because your weight is bigger. Bear down on this foot. The foot.
Oh,
Don't
sorry.
No, the knee is in a good position only because I can't elevate.
Gotcha.
So let's
So if I put the.
lift it up and put all your weight on your back foot. So bring your foot in. This is what everybody does. Lean back a little bit. Look how much I can move you. You've alleviated that pressure and that base on this. I can now manipulate all your weights on the mat.
Yeah.
I need this. So the moment I start flaring out, to elevate this, to manipulate this, I want you to double down. Bring this knee, just point it towards my nose. And your toes and your knee are going to point towards my nose. Just put your weight on there.
Oh, put it on the weight, my weight over here. Okay.
You see how it changes my...
Yeah.
So, you don't want to roll to elevate this in the air.
Gotcha.
But if you can, and I start losing this, go on the inside of my ankle and push it off.
Push it this way.
You're good. So if you get your knee in, you can go see the leg next. Outside option. So this one's going to be over. You're going to be here. Right? You're stopping here. However, right? Doesn't really matter if you got it or not.
Okay.
I gotta try
Well,
this.
this
No, it doesn't
for
matter.
the safety factor.
Yeah. So as I start peeling this off, flare this knee this way. Feel that control you got here?
Yeah.
If I make the mistake of retracting and elevating my knee, I have no power here. All I got is the boot. So I have to make this uncomfortable for you. I drop my foot down on that. But that comes with just drilling it.
Same fundamentals of get your hips pressure down
That
onto that.
outside hip control was peeled. This was still coming across, so I had to inch my way into a better position. I don't ever want to come up like this and try to come up where everything's twisted.
Yeah.
I have to boom. I
Yeah.
rotate my toes towards where I want to go. My knee's gonna follow. I don't want to do this. My hip can't even do it, but you can see the compromise in the small, soft tissue.
I could feel all the little baby steps you were doing. Baby shifts. Yeah.
Everything was structurally and muscularly as fortified as I could make it.
Okay.
It's hard to get that memory, but the moment we do this, and we do this incorrectly, I didn't need anything.
Yeah.
All that movement was giving me that control.
Yeah.
Same thing. I'm just going to try to get up, but now I'm going to drive in.
Okay. I can barely.
So that's the only difference. I'm going to try to control your weight. Put your weight on that one for as long as you can. Heel up the hip.
Put your weight on the top.
The leg is in danger. The
Okay.
leg is between their Achilles.
Okay.
Where your knee is between their knee and thigh, whatever, when your knee is in here, that's the knee.
Compromised one.
That's the knee you got to worry about.
Okay. And should my focus be take that knee to the center line?
If you can, but what you got to do is peel out, not in this order, the hip, or get your knee line out of the kill box.
Okay.
You can get the knee out and then worry about the hip control, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So if I come in, I'll come into a lot of positions. I don't have it. I have it right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to shoot my knee out of your knee. So I start coming in, start fighting my hands, but you want
Okay. So from here.
so much better, dude.
Okay.
When you feel me going, oh, fuck,
Yeah.
you drove your hips in, you prevented me from attacking.
Makes so much more sense. Yeah.
Um,
That's probably the proper white belt path though at first, but I think that's probably why Tanner teaches it is the escape. Yeah. Or the turn and get out of there.
This is the cross option. He has to teach a lot of that.
Yeah.
But this is also the entry that we're doing from that headquarters. We're going from that weird cross option.
Yeah.
But we can roll or we can do the finishing touches on the straight ankle. I think we should do the straight ankle finishing touches.
Yeah.
So, with the straight ankle.
Luna, if you want to check your game on my phone, it's right there. Still got 15 minutes. So hang in there.
So I want you to think of the finishing mechanics of this. I'm going to show you on this foot only so that you can see on camera when you do it. When I come in here, luckily I got these beefy forearms. You can see there's more soft tissue here. Even though the bone right here is still pointed up, this is really my cutting blade. This is where I want. What a lot of people do is they'll put their hand in the palm here and they'll try to get the ankle lock thinking that this is going to come into the Achilles. I want to think of stabbing myself. What this does, it makes this radial or this cutting blade perpendicular to my body so that when I do chicken wing in, I'm bringing this elbow in. I'm arching, I'm looking over the foot the side that I have the foot. I'm looking over my eyebrow and I'm trying to do this, simultaneously arching my back and bringing my elbows back.
Okay, I'm remembering that.
Yeah. So, good posture. This might be all I get. This is really too deep.
Yeah, because I can still boot, right?
I'll get too much leg, I got too much calf.
Yeah.
So as you make the boot, this isn't really a threat.
Right.
So this is where I'll come in, I'll grab here over the knee, or I'll hook underneath. This is what Tanner teaches a lot, which I love. But once I can control this, I can bring this elbow back, shotgun, and then adjust.
Okay.
I went from here, I need this little Achilles. I'm still a little deep, that's fine. What I need to do is just get bare to the toes, get here, perpendicular, bring this up to my chest like a teacup, or I can go up, I'm going to rotate, and then I'm going to do a ballerina. But you can see that mechanics.
Yeah.
You can go here, walk it up, make a fist, make a teacup, bring it up, hold perpendicular. Once you're here, you can let go of this hand. You can hold this here, bring your elbow back. That's what all we're going to do is work on it, whichever side you want.
Okay. So my first catch, too deep, as you're saying, a little shotgun.
That's a little too shallow. So your
Too shallow.
cutting blade has to be right above my heel and right over the Achilles head. So this is your radial point. I want this dug under my. This is where I want.
Oh.
That makes a big difference. I can already feel the tension.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is make this teacup, make this saucer. Nope, not just yet. Just hold on. Just make this right here.
Okay.
This is going to be your plate.
Okay.
Use this hand to push this up too. Now, rotate, and now bring your elbow back. I want you to just control that elbow this hand.
Oh, I can let go now.
I want you to rotate your elbow back towards your spine. See how you're rotating your shoulder?
Yeah.
Now I want you to look over your left eyebrow. Over, up and over your elbow. Yes, this arches your back. Think elbows back to your spine, you're looking over your top of your eyebrow, your left eyebrow.
Okay.
You're looking to the first or second eye. Once you can see the second eye is over your head, that's how I want you to arch.
Okay.
So, what helps emphasize this arch is what, I learned this from, I always give her props because she was a 100-pound black belt from 10th Planet, Donna. She was very proficient, so everyone was digging her. When she got this ankle lock, she would lose it, not really have it, but she would hit into it, get it, palm down, she'd push, make her perpendicular, stabbing herself, and then she would get her finger and she would watch herself create a C, and she'd call it her ballerina move, or getting fancy with it, or getting pretty. So, boom, a half ankle lock entry. I arch, make my teacup saucer, bring it up to my heart, I stab myself. You're gonna feel how much it tweaks your ankle. Without me even trying, especially with my deep forearms and the blades that I have. So I'm gonna get this, I get too much. You're defending. Boom, I'm just holding on to it. I don't have it.
Yeah.
You can already feel.
Yeah. I pretty much want to tap.
So I'm gonna release this and I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Even without that,
Yeah.
feel how much it arches my
I
back.
mean, you would tear my foot right off.
This is why we
Just
gotta.
the full arch.
Why we gotta.
So she always did the marker?
I don't know if she always did it, but when she taught me, I never forgot it.
Yeah.
And I've done it to higher skill practitioners.
Okay. So I'm too deep.
You can bring this up.
Okay.
And I'm doing a good job doing. So
I bring my teacup.
I want you to roll your shoulder. When you roll your shoulder, create space for you to adjust your body.
yeah. Okay.
So now, look at where your cutting blade is in relation to my calf and my keys. And shotgun your elbow back. Get this around my keys. This is where you make your adjustment.
Yeah, okay.
And now, once you push this up as far to your chin as you can, stab yourself in the heart. Rotate the fist. Yeah, now make a point and watch your finger. Point your finger. Point your finger. Keep going. Keep going. Beautiful. That's the whole method right there. Now, this time, I want you to bring your elbow a bit further back. Get your cutting blade where you need to be. Okay. Now, with this, bring your elbow back as far as you can or clasp from your shoulder. There you go. Now, bring this up to your heart. Stab yourself in the heart. Open that rotation. You're going to feel the pressure. Point as far as you can. Watch your finger. Make that arch. Hip thrust, hip thrust, hip thrust. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. Feel all that? We're going to break my ankle.
Okay.
But I have more flexibility than it feels. But you can feel all that tension, all that line.
Yeah.
And it comes counterintuitive because I'm telling you to look at your finger.
Yeah.
I gotta look at what I'm working on. No, you don't. Once you get this, your arch is just making it all happen.
Okay.
So we do this from the second. I'm fighting you, I'm fighting you. Get this thing up there.
Oh yeah. Oops.
It's okay. We're just working on this. If you fight yourself, fight you. If you need to keep that over, yes. I'm doing a good job of moving. Drop your shoulder. Adjust your foot. Adjust your hand. Adjust your hand.
Oh, that's tough.
I know. That's why you rotate.
Locked in.
Go rotate belly down and punch your hand through my ankle. Perfect. That's all you need.
Barely can't. Okay, that's all I need.
Slide it all over your belly. Make a teacup. Bring it to your heart. Stab yourself in the heart. Use both as best you can. Now point. Arch. Keep arching. Keep arching. Keep arching. It actually, the last thing you feel like you're going to lose, it helps you.
Okay.
Feel like you don't have it. I'll show you. Feel like you don't have it.
Yeah.
Feel like I really don't have it.
Oh. Yeah.
So that's the beauty of that strain ankle lock, because you don't have to do the fine-tuned mechanisms that they deal with. Got the toes compressed down, the heels pushing up, so you got this counter
Yeah.
bounce.
And going to here seems really important.
Yeah. It gives you workspace. It opens up the space without losing control of that armpit. My toe and my ankle is still locked, and all you gotta do is focus on getting that elbow back.
Okay.
And if you lose it, so what?
Yeah.
You're working on control, right?
Yeah.
I'm showing you the finishing mechanisms of it, but it all comes from getting to the control position. It's like getting the back and not finishing the RNC. Okay, it'll come.
Yeah.
Same thing with this. I'm not worried about you finishing, and you can feel it. Don't go too fast.
Yeah.
Whenever I attack, I don't think I attack your legs. If I attack your legs, I'm always holding it
Yeah.
and it lets you work.
Yeah.
I don't need to finish that.
Yeah.
And if they do start spazzing, gator rolling, let them go. You know, it's not worth it because they obviously don't know. But what you can do is like, did I have the hip control? Did I have the knee? Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So all I want you to do is we're going to do a 50-50 drill, meaning we're going to be like this, and I want you to get the ankle lock control.
Okay.
If you can finish it, cool. If not, I just want you to maintain control by keeping my knee in the correct position, keeping my hip control. Don't let me peel your hip control, and don't let me weave my knee in or out.
Okay.
There's others that we didn't go over where I can reach up for your elbow and grab your head and then start working on it because you need to extend out. Once you have all this, extend out to control and to finish. But I'll pull you in, which prevents you from controlling this as we always want.
Yeah.
We're going to scale next. I got to get up there. I'm not compromising myself by getting there. I showed you the get up because it's there, but it's not all you do. Do not compromise your own self by trying to go, I'm gonna do the move, you are at risk of breaking your own.
Yeah,
So if
for
you
sure. So gathering as a defense, is that just to get time
You're getting into
to
position,
gain some time?
however you want to get a control position like this. And let's just say, if you're taller than me, I'm not gonna have this. But you're already about to finish. So what I want to do is I can't, you have such great control. I'll start. Feel something.
To get the foot out?
Yeah. Now I can start building a base technically. So fight my hand, keep my hand off your neck.
Okay.
Extend it. See what I mean?
Gotcha.
I just want you to know that's there. We haven't gone over this defense for me, but know that that's usually a problem. Okay, fine. You're trying to control my knee. No, I'm already control. Fine, got your head. Whole different game. See my knee?
Yeah.
You still have it. There's no knee. Did all that just to get my knee out.
Okay.
That's a yoga. Beautiful. Yes. Good.
The only reason I was able to do that is because I was focused on that. Cool.
This is going to give you that. When you control all this, that's just going to be a hook or an block wherever you want.
Yeah. But it's fully exposed.
Because even though I'm booting, you reach your elbow back. Beautiful. If I don't tap to this, I'm getting knee barred or I'm twisting all of my soft tissue in my ankle. And if I ballerina, I go ahead and get that control. Even if I point ballerina toe, my knee is now going to start tweaking. So if you feel that you can't get anything here, and for some reason I'm doing a good job, double down on crossing your ankles, hip thrust to the ceiling, you're going to laterally break my knee. Your elbows go down, your hips are going down, your hips are going up. So if I start gator rolling from here, I'm done. Because look, I have no positional control. I'm on my back. This doesn't do anything for me. If anything, you can feel the difference.
Yeah.
So if I start going back for a good, no, I'm trying to do this, switch. Did nothing for me. Yeah. You had control of my knee. You never lost my knee line. You lost this hip, go into this hip. You're threatening that ankle. Or you. Keep going. As long as you control. Feel it. Keep it. Now switch to an ankle. If you can. Roll your shoulder. You see my ankle. Keep going.
Yeah! Touch!
Go down. That's fine.
I felt super committed when I turned my belly and I was freaked out. I hurt
I
it.
know.
Okay.
So that's fine. Go.
There's almost such a full commitment that even if you tap, I better like.
So here's what I want you to think of is, when you feel this, to me I know it's loose.
Yeah.
Let's tighten this up. Bring your hand here. So you need to do this. Go ahead and compromise your wrist. I want you to make this. Now, I want you to arch your back, bring your elbows back. Force your fist to come up so that that's on your chest on that side. No, don't compromise. Make a fist. Yes, that.
Gosh. Okay.
That's the difference.
I was doing this.
That's fine. So that right there. Now, try to arch your back so your elbows both go back like a chicken. Beautiful. Now, with your left hand, point. Watch your finger.
Okay. I see.
You feel
Now,
that
now I
tension?
feel more control.
Okay. Go ahead. Look, watch your finger. Arch, arch. If you get to this point, go belly down and arch your back. So go belly down, point all the way. Go belly down, chest down, arch your back. Totally fine. You're going to have some people that have very flexible ankles,
Yeah.
and they're going to still try to defend from that position. That's as slow as you can go.
Okay.
Figure it out, good for them.
Yeah.
You worked on control all the way through to where you should have had. And if you feel like you can't get out of that belly down because of the scramble, just let go and try to maintain the knee position. That's the best advice I give you. Don't break your toys, but you don't know it. We don't know enough of each other's bodies to know when that limit's going to be reached.
Sure.
So I know where my leg feels fine. I've had this drilled on me, even just nicely.
Yeah.
Ankle, everything starts hurting the next day, but mine,
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with this. Just like when we do Kimura's, it feels like,
Yeah, the next day you're like, ooh.
I've had that so much that you're going to do Kimura's to me, you're like, oh, I think I motion is more than physics. I've got decades of lifting weights, but what you just did is black belt shirt. But you're learning the application of the white belt because you gotta be real considerate.
Yeah.
In the same sense, if I've got your ankle, I've got your ankle somewhere. Are you at risk? Right here.
I mean, not right now. But if I was spazzing and you were being a dick.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you did the right thing when I started attacking. I told you I needed to get my knees in there. You fight my knees, your knees, and
Yeah.
you really can't. I was trying to give you this look that my hand's doing something, and I was my knees that were the threat.
Yeah. You were doing this to distract me.
Right? It's the
Yeah.
look at where my knees are. They're entering that danger zone. Yeah. And this is the hand fighting that you do before it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
When people go, I have trouble escaping back control, they go, well, then I start hand fighting as soon as I get to sleep. I go, no, hand fight before they get to this.
Yeah.
This, you know that ankle's a risk, but if you start fighting just the ankle, you're going to prevent me from getting my knees on you. So with the headquarters position too, this horse stance, the headquarters position, it was only effective because I had both my balls on my feet, my toes were pointed in, my knees were kind of buckled in if I could. The moment I went out, I was susceptible to being swept. But when I'm able to pinch in, I can now do my little Space Invader sidestep to where I need to be. I can hip switch, knee cut, or I can do the cross oscillatory. So those are 3 things that are new for you, 4 things, because you've got headquarters, 2 passes, and 1 leg tap. And the ankle lock finish. So you got 5 things to do.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. You need to spend the next 6 weeks on that.
But the fundamentals are always still there, which is what I'm getting better at holding on to, I think. A little bit more.
Yeah. No,
Okay, the knee is the issue. I need to hold on to this knee.
so the difference with having Luke and any other person that's not a white belt is not having, I'll touch on the fundamentals with them
Sure.
when we're all in one class, but with you I control it and go, hey, this is really all I'm worried about.
Yeah.
This posture, position.
Yeah.
Because you didn't pass me in that leg weave hip switch because you were stronger or quicker, you timed it, and you used your body position.
Yeah.
It's a sprawl to compress my hips.
Yeah.
But you weren't focusing on me, but after you did it a couple times, you were just naturally controlling my knee, but you weren't forcing me.
Right.
Your focus was on the sprawl. My knee was just going where it needed to go. Crawl. 10 o'clock.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Good stuff. 3 days in a row.
All right. Yeah, I'll put out a text tomorrow.
I'm gonna try and 7:30 it tomorrow,
Yeah.
which has been good. It's been good to go back to
I love Tanner's classes.
some Tanner stuff.
Yeah, and if you stay for Eduardo, it's a good smoke session, but it's learning for you as well.